look what it brought. It brought a green egg, a tiny bunny, this big bunny here. Oh, and Jude Law, because he's gonna play Young Dumbledore. Welcome back to Neverland, where I hope you forgive me my horrible try to reference both Jude Law and Easter. I think we can all agree that it's been ages since we had proper new Fantastic Beasts news, so no wonder people have been jumping on this casting announcement of Jude Law as Young Dumbledore in the Fantastic Beasts series. However, they're wrong because we have got quite a few bits and pieces of information the past couple of months since Fantastic Beasts came out, through various things such as Pottermore articles, new editions of the Fantastic Beasts books, just hints by Joe, and so on. So how about we recap everything really major that happened and have a look at how that might impact Fantastic Beasts 2. Okay, so ideally I do this chronologically, but the Jude Law thing is just way too big, so let's talk about this first. Okay, so when I found out about Jude Law being Young Dumbledore, I literally jumped up and down and screamed, and I smiled the whole evening, even though I'm literally constantly under stress at the moment, but this cheered me up so much. I cannot begin to tell you how great news this is for me. Jude Law, I think, is a great actor. There's obviously two points of view on this. On the one hand, in what ways this is gonna influence storytelling, and on the other hand, how this is gonna influence the franchise from more of a marketing point of view. So I think from a marketing point of view, that was actually quite a good choice. People have been annoyed and kind of been like, oh, but we always said that Jude Law should be in the Harry Potter franchise, and why did they never do it? Well, I guess Jude Law never considered it himself. Harry Potter hasn't always been like this huge, big thing that everybody wanted to be part of. Some might also say he's not enough of a name actor. Some are saying he's too much of a name actor. I think he's the perfect middle where, you know, he can play deep things from some of his career choices, but he's also well known enough in terms of, you know, mass audience. So I think that's actually, it's like you created him for this role. As for storytelling, this kind of brings us into this horrible discussion of canon, movies, books, you know, how do they go together? It's difficult, but if we stay in the movie realm of things, Jude Law will play Young Dumbledore in his, you know, 50s, 40s later, and so on. However, this also means we've already seen an on-screen Dumbledore around this age, namely in Half-Blood Prince, when Harry has a look at Dumbledore's memory of going to visit Tom. So I'm wondering if that already kind of gives us a look into how they're gonna make Jude Law look. If they don't go that way, if they make him look different, you know, what does that mean for the canon of Harry Potter, right? How does that connect the original movies and the Fantastic Beasts series? There's so many questions that come up once you discuss Harry Potter, the way the franchise works, the way the different branches are connected to each other or not, what is canon. It's difficult at the moment. And actually, in relation to this, we have another kind of interesting facet that we haven't discussed on this channel yet, and it's Eddie Redmayne reading the audiobook for Fantastic Beasts. Fantastic Beasts is kind of imploding the whole canon discussion of Harry Potter in terms of movies and books, because the movies were their own thing and the books were their own thing, but Fantastic Beasts is really bringing this together, being written by J.K. Rowling, having Eddie Redmayne read the audiobook, the movie showing original content, and that now kind of getting into new editions of the book. It's so interesting, but it's also, I think, transmedia storytelling at its finest. I absolutely love it. But to come back to Jude Law and his casting, and kind of also how that is connected to the new edition of Fantastic Beasts, the book version, there's actually been new revelations about Dumbledore's and Newt Scamander's relationship. And that's quite interesting. Wait, let me read it to you. I'm using my book prop, something I've never done, I think. It is true that I was the first person ever to capture Gellert Grindelwald, and also true that Albus Dumbledore was something more than a school teacher to me. Now, a lot of people have been reading different things into this. Some people have said that maybe that means Newt was a kind of spy for Dumbledore. I'm not sure that's what it is. I kind of disagree with this, having gotten to know Newt. At the same time, maybe we haven't really gotten to know him. But I'm not so curious about Newt's role in this, but about Dumbledore's. How manipulative was Dumbledore here? How much did Dumbledore kind of call in favors for having helped Newt, maybe, you know, throughout school, or, you know, with any kind of influential decisions or life choices? That would also kind of connect to this new side of Dumbledore that we saw at the end of the books and the movies, where we saw Dumbledore as a cunning person, as a planner, someone who doesn't, you know, who believes, you know, at the end of the day, takes care and believes in the greater good rather than in the individual and their needs. And it would also create a similar dynamic maybe between Dumbledore and Newt and Dumbledore and Harry. So I think we have so many cool things to look forward to, and I can't wait to find out how all of this is really connected. Let me know in the comments if you're excited about Jude Law. I know some people have their doubts, but interestingly, the general reaction I think has been quite positive. So please let me know what you think. As always, you can like the video if you liked it, you can subscribe if you want to see more of me and children's entertainment, you can follow me on Twitter or on Tumblr for regular updates on my videos and children's media in general. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!